And I think it's time, folks. Some folks asked for him in the stream. So, returning to the stream now, Scares to Care CEO Joe Ripple. How you holding up there, Llama Father?
I'm doing well, Brian. How are you holding up?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Also joining us is somebody that probably needs no introduction. He's a favorite on Sci-Fi's Face Off and his special effects makeup work on Black Panther, Zombieland, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Strange Blood, and many more. Mr. Roy Wolley.
Hey, everybody.
Roy,
hey, Joe.
Doing, my friend?
Hanging in there, Joe, just like everybody else.
How I wanted to pop in and ask, how have things been affecting the film industry with the virus?
Oh, it has shut it down completely. I mean, there's a few small productions that are starting back up, but with very strict guidelines. And Tyler Perry has like people like quarantined at his studio. You're actually quarantined there, so you go there and you stay there. So it's going to be a while before it gets back to normal. But there are some productions that are starting, and they're hoping to get back, to work before the end of the year. But you never can tell.
Now, you as a special effects artist, and obviously with the recognition you've gotten, guys like you and RJ and all the other artists that have been on Face Off, have you? I mean, with everything, I guess Halloween is also a big time for you guys to create, and I'm assuming that's impacting you as well.
Yeah, it is. Because I work at Netherworld Haunted House here in Atlanta, and it's like one of the top ones in the country. And we're planning on opening, but all the plans changed from what we started with at the beginning of the year. So now it's like they changed the queue line, so there's the social distancing. Everybody's going to be wearing a mask with a surgical mask underneath. As far as the actors, we have a cleaning crew that's going to be coming through constantly. Cleaning every 20, 30 minutes. They're going to be going through the entire haunt constantly, taking it and wiping everything down. So it's a strange new world that we're living in.
As if it wasn't strange enough already.
Yeah.
So I read that Mackenzie's trying to get Face Off to come back. Have you heard anything?
No, they they're trying to get it pushed. They actually tried to save it before it even went off the air, but now they're trying to bring it back, and they're the same company that makes it is also doing this thing with Snapchat for three-dimensional makeup artists. Once you like paint things that look three-dimensional. Yeah. And they're doing something with Snapchat. Along those lines.
Okay. Well, that's good. You talk to RJ much anymore? Or you?
Not since the pandemic. We sort of check in on each other every once in a while. But he's got his escape games going up in Charleston. Right. And so, this has kind of killed his business, and it's just hard on everybody right now.
Well, just like everybody else, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes just to pop on and say hi to everybody. Means a lot.
I actually took some time off from doing conventions, but Scares That Cares is one of those that means a lot to me and my wife, Melissa. We just love the whole premise behind it, and all the people that are there. I mean, we have come the last couple of years, but we have missed it greatly. So hopefully, next year we can come and hang out and have some fun again.
Yeah, we would enjoy that. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I think you guys were there year 2 or year 3. Yeah. And since then we've passed the $250,000 donation mark. We've given away $250,000. So
that's awesome.
But that's just because of folks like you that want to pop in and help us out. So I'm greatly in debt. I do appreciate it. Anytime.
Well, speaking of that, why don't we take a look at where we're at? Of course, sure. Our goal for today, our initial goal was $10,000. We are 6 hours into the stream, and we are currently at $7,551.
That's awesome.
Absolutely awesome. Want to remind folks, as we do every year, Scares That Care picks 3 recipient families. Our families for this year are Ashley Adams and her daughter Natalia. Natalia has Marfan syndrome. Joe talked about that early this morning. Paul Tremblay was on a little later in the stream and talked about it as well. We're also helping out Laura. She is our breast cancer warrior for this year. And Trisha who is our burn recipient this year. She had 2nd and 3rd degree burns to the entire right side of her body. 100% of the money that is donated today will go to those recipients. Unlike a physical convention or show, we don't have any overhead. There's no travel fees, there's no hotel fees, there's no per diems. So if you donate $5, all of that $5 is going to them. There are 2 ways you can do that. By phone, you can text VCARE. That's V as in vampire, care, to 91999. Or from your computer, just go to scaresthecareweekend.com and click the donate button. Joe, you got anything to add to that?
The only thing I would like to say is to everybody who has donated so far, we appreciate it. And again, Brian, when I mentioned earlier this morning, times are hard. A lot of people are out of work, and if you can't donate, that's perfectly fine. But in the interim, you can spread the word, share the link, things like that. It's not necessarily about the size of the donation, but the size of the heart behind it. And that's what we're truly after, and that's what we're truly looking for. So if you can't donate right now because you're out of work, things aren't going well for you, then please don't worry about it. We will do the best we can with what we've got. And much like Roy has experienced on Face Off, sometimes you make do with what you get. And you go from there. But Roy, just thank you again, my friend, for popping in.
You're very welcome.
And Brian Keene, I see David Hex with us, so I'm going to pop out here, and I will serve it over to you guys, and I'll chat again with you guys a little bit later on.
All right, Roy, we'll see you on the road next year. Joe, we'll see you in a little bit.